Hello everybody, this is Michael Lee back with more land management, fire safety work. Let's get it. Yeah. I'm at our line of demarcation. Here's the line that I worked. This side I've worked on. Ton of burn piles. But then this side of our line of demarcation, I have not worked yet. And look at how crazy it is down here before I get to it. And then the diagonal work line, our line of demarcation, extends down, of course, to that big burnt leaning pine. That's the last serious cutting we need to do on this property for this year. I'm starting a new property. I'm starting work on a new property in 2 days, and I won't be back here until the depths of winter when we're allowed to burn. It's funny, when I first started working the middle section here of Professor Wolf's property, this was all chaos. You couldn't even walk through here. I mean, it was just impenetrable chaos, just dead wood and thistles and thorns and brush and weeds everywhere. And after a couple months, I got it all cleaned up though. And I remember this burnt dead manzanita being a kind of a landmark for me. I was like, oh God, I'll never make it to this wicked looking burnt manzanita. But here we are. We did it, everybody. We made it. Here's another one that I was kind of using as my landmark for my line of demarcation, is this other big burnt manzanita. This one broke and fell over, of course, but see how it got torched by the fire? And I'll cut this all up into firewood because this is like the hardest wood ever. And I don't want it to go to waste, but that's all for next year. And then, of course, you see the French broom, or the witch's broom, or just broom. People around here just call it broom. It's a non-native invasive weed. Gets these yellow flowers on it during the spring. That stuff is nasty. It is so flammable, and you can see it's just like acting like your stereotypic ladder fuel. The fire would burn hot down here, then it would carry up through all this dead stuff into the canopy, causing a catastrophic fire. I just wanted to show you the line of demarcation and kind of what the land looks like around here before I work on it. It's pretty bad. Pretty flammable, overgrown, choked with ladder fuels, choked with excessive fuel loads. The trees and the brush are just way too close together. It's a fire hazard. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to carry 3 logs to the burn piles. That's the last cleanup I have to do, and then we'll go down and take care of that big leaning burnt pine. Balance over midfoot, everybody. Get the heavy weight over midfoot. That's how you lift heavy weights without hurting your lower back. Can you see, everybody? Watch how I do this. Balance over mid-foot. Okay, here it is. Pine logs. And we'll take them to that side of the burn pile, kind of the back side of it, to complete our teepee shape. I like to build my burn piles in the shape of a teepee, and then when I come back during the winter to burn them, I put my propane torch into the center of them. Ah! Ah! Jeez. Don't need no tractor. Don't need no PV Bobcat. I'm a human tractor. Yeah. Always get people down in the comments going, oh, you shouldn't bend over and pick up heavy pieces of wood like that. You could hurt your back. Really, you think working out, lifting heavy objects and heavy weights is bad for your back? Isn't that interesting? Well, I guess if that's true, then don't do anything at all challenging, difficult, or hard ever in your life, man, because you might get hurt. Just take it easy, man. You don't need to just sit on the couch. You don't want to hurt your back. See, in my humble opinion, I think that lifting weights, having heavy weights, makes you stronger. Lift with your back. Make your back stronger. Right? Get some big traps, a big upper back. Deadlift. You still don't agree with me? You think I'm going to hurt myself? Then you need to read the blue book by Starting Strength. Barbell strength training. And you need to learn how to do the deadlift properly and the low bar squat properly. As long as you lift with the heavy weight balanced over midfoot with proper form and proper posture, you will never, ever hurt yourself. You will get stronger and stronger and stronger. Okay? Do hard things, man. It makes you strong. All right, well, we're finally down to this thing. This is the final big undertaking we got to do here. I got my wedge and my wedge banger just in case I get pinched. We got a point of contact here, and we have a point of contact here. You can see how this is a branch coming off, and then we have a third point of contact there and a fourth up there. And you can see how this pine is pushing over some nice blue oaks, and it's forcing them to be bent over. Now, it's being held up by one dead branch right there, so it will drop, but this part won't drop. So I'll set you up there, and I'll come down here, and we'll get cutting. Let's talk about tension and compression. Where's the compression, everybody? Where's the compression? It's on top, right? Tension on bottom, compression on top. So we cut compression first. How far do we cut? A third of the way through. And then we do our upcut, and we'll slash it out of this hang-up. Unfortunately, none of this is good for firewood. Look, the western pine beetles are in it. See the sawdust? See the holes in the sawdust? From bark beetles. And then look down here, see? Where the bark came off, see it's all sawdust? The bugs are in this. See any? See, you can see they're eating this wood. Oh, there's some. There we go. See these? Perfect example of it. See this? Perfect example of bark beetles. So you don't need to have a PhD in forestry to figure this out, but you see that? Those are galleries. That's where the bugs have been chewing through the bark. And they're starting to get into the main cambrium, and then they lay their eggs in these galleries as well, and the eating continues. Let's see if we can find some more. Not too bad. Not too bad there either, but when pines are still alive, they have sap to defend themselves. They can suffocate the bugs by expelling sap, but this one's been dead for a while, so it's just getting eaten. Hard part's over. We basically got it now. Don't need no rope. Now I just gotta pull it out of there like an oxen. Ooh.